Here I am stripping a T120 petrol tank. Idea is to polish it. Had a look on YouTube, everyone's talking about nitromorse, but unfortunately nitromorse doesn't even touch it. You can sand it down and be quite aggressive with it, but I found the easiest way is with a heat gun. Obviously make sure you wash the tank out, make sure there's no vapours, and use a heat gun. So once you heat the metal up, you can actually strip it reasonably easy, obviously removing all the paint. It must have something to do with heating the metal and the paint sort of separating. Shut up, birds, I'm busy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, typical bird, always answers your back. Anyway, I've done this amount and all it's taken me is about 25-30 minutes, and I haven't caused any abrasions or any damage to the tank. So I'll sort of update you as I go. Back to the T120 petrol tank. Found the hotter you get it, concentrating an area, it comes off quite easily. Obviously it just makes the paint go like putty. Tried every other way to get it off with a nitromorse, which I thought in the heyday, you touch anything with it and it'd strip it to pieces. But obviously the paint and the nitromorse, I don't know, maybe the nitromorse has got weak because of environmental issues. But anyway, I'm about an hour in, and literally I can't touch the tank because it's bloody hot, and it's getting there. I don't quite know what I'm going to do once I've stripped it. The whole idea was to get it chromed, but now I think I'm going to have a go at polishing it and have like a polished steel tank. We'll see. About 2.5 hours in, about 15 minutes drinking tea though and talking to people. Still getting there. Definitely say heat the tank up, make sure you've got no fuel in there, heat the tank up, and it actually peels off no problem at all. I've got a parrot unfortunately, and he's a noisy little bastard. By the way, I'm doing this on my garage floor, wearing my slippers. Yeah, so it's if you can do it at more of a comfortable position, more likely it'll be better off for you. But unfortunately, I've got what I've got. There we go. 3 hours later, all stripped. Hopefully, going to try to get the rest of the bits off using the mighty nitromorse, if it can handle it. Got to go around the trims and the edges. Let's see. And basically now my garage is in a mess, and I'm still wearing slippers. I'll do this outside, clear up the garage and continue. There we go, done absolutely bugger all. Even went to the extreme of using wire wool. Didn't even touch the bits on it, so obviously it's all gonna have to be done by hand. Nitromorse, you let me down. Loads of work with a palm sander. Got most of the paint and the bits and pieces off. Still need to do the edges. Obviously you can see there's the dink. The reason why I got the petrol tank cheap. But so far so good. Got dark, tired, and had enough. Try again later. Lots of hand sanding, wet and dry, going through grades from P400 up to P600. Is 600 or 800? One of them. Slowly getting there. Not too sure what to do with the edges, but what I was thinking about doing is around these edges here, mask them out and paint it black, because I don't want to sort of go too mad, because obviously it's the seams for the tank. We'll see. Getting cold out the front of the garage, and today I am not wearing my slippers. Let's see how far I can get today. Polishing the tank, sanded it down, went down to 1200, wet and dry. Looked actually not too bad. put a buffing wheel to it, and basically it looks crap. So literally within, I don't know if you can see it, there's some scratch marks in there. I've obviously got to start again, or think of another plan. Maybe go back to my original plan and take it down to the chromers and get it chromed. We'll see, but at the moment I call this a failure. Can't give up. Gone through all the grades. Not very happy with it. So the funny thing is, when you look at it, it looks like an orange peel in the metal. I don't know if that's due to when it was pressed or whatever, or if I've caused it, but I didn't use an orbital sander, so I don't understand quite what I'm doing, or what I'm doing, or where I'm going wrong. So as I said, I was going to take it to the chromers, but I think I'll have another go. I've buffed the side, I polished the side, looks good, but it's got a couple of little scratches and stuff in it. But I'm just not very happy with it. I think it'll end up driving me mad. Brought it into the garage, so it's getting too cold outside. The funny thing is, what's the expression? Looks nice from far, but far from nice. So we'll have another go, and I'll work my way through the grits again, try it again, and if all fails, then it will go to the chromers. Free of petrol tank, trials and tribulations of it. Give up yesterday, had another go today, going through the grades, looking a little bit better. Only done one side, but I can still see this sort of what would you call it? Like, oh, there we go, you got it. There you go. It's actually in the metal. I don't know what it is, and it's certainly not from an orbital sander. So I don't know if I'm being overly picky, or I don't know. Work around it again. You see, got a bit of a shadow in there, a reflection. So I've not even put a buffer to it yet. But I find as I start buffing it, it starts showing more of the imperfections. So if I keep all of the sanding lines the same way, it seems to not notice as much. But well, we'll see. But stick a buffer to it, see what happens. If it doesn't work, then I'll dull it down again and then try again. Back to the petrol tank. Gone through all the grades again. I've gone through, ouch, I've gone through P240, P400, P600 and P1200. I don't know what I've done with the 800, I lost it. So I went a little bit mad and spent more time on the 1200. It's really weird because it actually looked nicer when I was on P400 grade, because all the scratches was the same way, so it looked more like brushed steel. At the moment it's a bit wet, but now it's the more polished it gets, the more you can see these scratches in the tank. I can't quite work out what it is. I never done it, so maybe it was when it was painted, they've wet and dried it or run an orbital over it. But yeah, again, it's let's see what I can do about it. I'm going to take a buffer to it and see if it makes any difference. Else, otherwise, I don't know. I think I'm losing the plot, but we'll see. Time will tell. Got nothing better to do with myself. Get on with it. Back again. Bit of buffing. So there we can see. It's all I'm using is cordless drill with some buffing wheels that I've got and some auto gleam. Toothbrush was an idea, but it didn't really work too well. Loads of tissue, and that's what you get from the result of the buffing. I mean, it's only the first buff, so we'll see how well the rest of the tank comes up. It's, I'll just see, there you go. So the difference between the sanded version and the buffed side. So we'll just crack on with it and see what happens. Then imperfections, but you would get it, are still there, but I think because of the shine, there we go, because of the shine, it doesn't actually notice as much. We're slowly getting there. That's crazy. There we go. Also, I've got a petrol strap from a Triumph Thruxton, which I'm going to convert so it fits the Triumph Bonneville. It'll look a lot neater once it's properly fitted, but I just wanted to see what it looked like in tow. What I'm going to do, I'm hoping to do the strap powder coated red, so it sort of matches that sort of red, so at least the bike won't just look all shiny. But the overall effect is okay. I mean, I'm not still not 100% sure. I've got some straps and some over here somewhere. Here they are, the Triumph petrol tank signs, which are supposedly, hopefully we put them the right way up, which that will, I suppose, go on there as well. So yeah, more likely look alright once it's all done. I'm going to go a little bit more mad with the buffer. I'm still using the auto sole and a couple of mops, different grade mops. I was debating on polishing it as much as I can and then use wet and dry the lowest grade and just to matte it off, just to see what it looks like. But it's a lot of hard work getting it this far and then matting it down, then having to do it all over again. But I ain't got much more to do at the moment, so get on with it. I made this video on stripping the petrol tank. Weren't overly impressed with the result, but everyone else seems to think it's alright. I'm going to stick it on the bike, see what comments I get, and I'll take it from there. I'm a YouTube virgin, so if I made a mess of this and a hash of this, leave us a message and tell us. And if you think the ideas are good about stripping it and polishing it, leave us your input. Thanks very much for